Hello and welcome to episode 4 of Behind the Crumble. Now, if you've seen the last episode, you'll see that I have now taken over the reins from Ruby.
Thanks so much. I appreciate everything you've done.
And she's handed me over to the hardest special that we ever have to do in the year. Christmas, festive period, there's a lot of expectation. It's also perfect crumble weather. It's cold, it's cozy. It's like our time, you know? You really want to have a crumble and you want it to look amazing and you want it to taste amazing. But then Christmas kind of throws in this spanner of, you can make it quite gimmicky, you could make it a bit tacky. We don't want to be putting little Santas on top of our crumbles, but we want to be able to kind of give you that festive feeling without it being over the top. I've really struggled to make this one. And Ruby, actually, before she left, gave me the idea of why don't you do a hot chocolate themed crumble, because we've just launched our own hot chocolate, which if you haven't tried it, you definitely should because it's delicious. My first thought for the hot chocolate themed crumble was to make a chocolate mousse. So just have a nice big spoon of chocolate mousse on top of a crumble and you get that hybrid between the two desserts, and I think it would taste very hot chocolatey. So I actually set about trying to make a mousse. I've actually never made a chocolate mousse before, so we'll see how this goes. So that was probably problem number one. I underestimated the dessert, and I have realized now that it is quite a hard dessert to make. It's important that the chocolate's the right temperature, the egg's the right temperature, that you don't over whip your cream, that your fridge temperature's right, even the temperature you're cooking in matters a lot, which actually is one of the reasons why I decided not to do a mousse in the end, because our bakeries operate at different temperatures. We're in Camden Market at the moment. It's an indoor bakery, but it has 2 big windows, which allows a lot of air to come in. Our Borough Market site is completely outside, so the temperature between our bakeries varies quite a bit, and this is a really sensitive dessert to do. So I made a really delicious mousse, but the texture was all off. I was so excited. I thought I'd made it, and I was like, great, I've cracked it, and it was terrible. My fiance came over and he tried it and he was like, this is awful. And then my friend actually said, why don't you make a vegan mousse using silken tofu? She said, I've made a delicious one, you should do it. And I tried it and I was like, this is disgusting. Like, the texture was there, but the flavor was awful. I mean, maybe I had a bad recipe, but I kind of just realized, I was like, this is too difficult. The next thing I decided to do was like, okay, let's not make a chocolate mousse, let's make a chocolate custard. So I added our rich dark chocolate to our custard, and it made a ganache, which was quite delicious, but it was exceptionally rich. Struggled with the flavors here, and I got the team at Spitalfields to taste it as well. And they were like, no, it's too rich, too much. So I reduced the amount of chocolate in it, which made a really light chocolate custard, which again was delicious, but it wasn't the look that I was going for. I wanted something that mimicked our hot chocolate, which was dark and rich, but this was just a bit milk chocolatey, which isn't our chocolate. So I was kind of bashing my head against the wall thinking, what can I do? I went back to our office, I spoke to my team, and Lucy, head of operations, who's been with Humble Crumble since pretty much day one, she was like, why don't you add chocolate drizzle to our custard and like a little puddle in the middle? And I was like, that's a genius idea, because it's also like pretty much everyone at Humble Crumble's like favorite crumble is custard and chocolate drizzle together. It's like the sort of like, if you know, you know. And so I went back to Spitalfields where I was testing, and I put a little puddle of chocolate in the middle. I then piped some whipped cream shells around the edges to look like our hot chocolate. And I tasted it and I was like, oh my God, this is delicious. This is absolutely delicious. Problem was, it didn't look festive. It looked like a hot chocolate crumble, didn't look like a festive crumble. Then I had the issue of being like, okay, I've got the flavor, which was gonna be mixed berries, chocolate crumble, custard, chocolate drizzle puddle, whipped cream. How do I make it look festive? Then I went down this huge rabbit hole of marshmallow. We use marshmallow, or otherwise known as Italian meringue, to pipe these little roses on our crumble, and it's really lovely if you have a sweet tooth. You want to add that to your crumble. I thought it'd be really sweet because the whipped cream on the outside looked a little bit like a wreath. I thought it'd be really nice to add some bows to it. So I got a Gem 113 nozzle, because I'd seen on TikTok people piping buttercream bows with it, and I was like, that looks so easy, that looks beautiful. Great, this is going to be done, like easiest special ever. Then I tried it with our Italian meringue, and it just would not it did not have the stability for it. And every time I tried to add more food coloring to make like a dark red bow, the stability would go of the Italian meringue. So I was kind of forced to be like, okay, why don't we use our pink? And then I was adding pink bows to this crumble, and it just ended up looking a little bit like the Crufts dog show with like all these bows everywhere, like in a bad way. Like it was just like frilly whipped cream and then all these pink bows everywhere, and it was just like, no. Then I think I was at my low point because I was like, oh my God, like I don't know how I'm gonna do this. And I decided, I was like, maybe we should just go back to one of our classic December specials, which was having marshmallow trees. I thought maybe I'll try a different one. I used a different nozzle to make really big white trees, because I thought, wouldn't we make a nice winter wonderland white space? Because it would complement the whipped cream. But the whipped cream actually is slightly yellow, which you can't really see until you have a white contrasting tree next to it. So the colors just weren't quite there. And also the trees just looked a bit blobby. So then I was like, okay, let me try pink trees, green trees. I was like, great, got a green tree, amazing, like let's do it. And then showed it to the team and they're like, absolutely not doing this, it doesn't look good. You can do better, you can be more inventive, like this is your easy way out, don't do it. So I feel like I was, again, just like at my wit's end. Really enjoying the process, by the way, even though it was frustrating. One of, I think, Ruby's parting gifts to me was she left a big box of ingredients, desserty bits, and I managed to find these really cute edible flowers. I'm going to butcher the name, I think it's called an Elysium. But they look like, in my mind, like a little mistletoe. And I just thought, wow, that's really cute. She also had these dried cranberry pieces, and I was like, okay, I think I can work with this. Went upstairs, just was like, okay, let me just try it. Put the chocolate drizzle in there, put the whipped cream around the edge, and then added the cranberries, and then added the Elysium. And everyone in the bakery was like, oh my goodness, that's the most beautiful crumble I've ever seen. That is Christmas in a cup. And the office team loved it, and it tasted amazing. And I was like, my work is done. So that is the story of how this crumble came to be. Only problem is it doesn't look like a hot chocolate crumble, and it's slightly confusing. So I'm just gonna let you know that between the two of us, this is our festive wreath inspired by hot chocolate. You will know, I will know. Most of the people coming here will not know that this is inspired by hot chocolate, but if you come and try it and you eat it, and you think of hot chocolate, that is the idea. We're going to be calling it our festive wreath because it's just going to be too confusing, I think, for people to understand that this is both a festive crumble and a hot chocolate crumble. We've decided that you can have it with either apple or mixed berry. I personally think you should have it with mixed berry. That's like how I built this crumble up, was from that fruit, but it's very delicious with the apple. But for me, the mixed berry tartness cuts through some of the richness because this is a very rich, it's a very decadent crumble. It's a great crumble to manifest your future self because of the richness of it. So get the mixed berry. Okay, I'm gonna show you how we make it. I'm gonna start with the mixed berry because it's the best. I shouldn't say that about my children. I don't have favorites. Mixed berry is equally good as the apple. Mixed berry. And for this crumble, I'm going to add the chocolate crumble topping, which is just very delicious. It's just the same as our shortbread crumble, but with 100% cacao powder in it, so it's yummy and chocolatey. These are available to buy on our website, and it's literally just a way of you making a humble crumble at home. You literally just get your fruits in a tray, and then you pour this over and you bake it. That's it. Super simple, mess-free. Okay, so I've got my custard. Pour this in. My chocolate drizzle. I'm gonna make a little puddle. There we go. That's our festive special, inspired by hot chocolate. Look at it. She's a cutie. Come try our festive special, which is available from the 28th of November to the end of December.